Yeah, good question. Look, I think we've got a pretty good one-day team and group of players to play one-day cricket. I just think the start of the season I don't think we were quite mentally there and ready to be playing. I got over and the guys were training hard, doing all of their skills, and they were hitting the ball very well. But I just think we didn't quite have a game plan. We just let the guys go out and play, and it sort of snowballed from there. From the first game, we were comprehensively beaten in that game after being 60 for 0 off 10, and it's been the case for most of the games this year. We've had pretty decent starts. If you look at the opening partnerships and things like that, we've always been 40, 50, 60 for 0 off not many overs, and then we've lost a cluster of wickets, and then the guys in the middle order have had to dig in, and then we've not managed to get the 250, 260 scores, and our bowlers are fighting against the wall then when you're trying to defend 140, 150. So I think we've got a really good one-day team, but I just think this season we haven't fired for different reasons, and yeah, we've been very disappointing in this form. Yeah, again, another good question. I think that we've got when your national players come back. So we missed Neville, PJ, Malcolm, BT, Vusi for the first till Christmas really. So you miss those 5 guys, and those 5 guys out of the team would walk into any franchise side here as well. So we had half the team missing. But I think Logan Cup, when guys have got more time to bat and they can get into a better rhythm and things like that, I think we've fired quite well in Logan Cup this year, and a lot of that has come down to the experience, having those experienced guys back, and the younger guys have been able to watch how they bowl and watch how they go about batting time and things like that, and I think they've learned while they've been playing more so than actually learning in the nets. Yeah, again, 3 points. It's the more I look back at it now, the more disappointed and I'm sure all the guys are the same. To fall 3 points short, and Rhinos have never won a franchise trophy, so that's as close as you possibly can get, I suppose. And as I said in the last question, we missed the national guys for the first part of the season. So I'm sure if we'd had the national guys back and things like that, then maybe things would have been different. But we've only got ourselves to blame, really. We played Tuskers here and had them 30 for 3 after the first session, and then we dropped 2 catches in the first 2 overs after lunch, and the 2 guys that we dropped both made 80 and got Tuskers up to 340, and unfortunately that first innings bonus point would have been another point towards the Logan Cup, and then if they bowled out for 220, 230 and then we get a lead, the game changes completely. So there was that game where we dropped 2 very important catches, and it cost us pretty much. And then against the Eagles as well, we lost 6 wickets in one session after having a lead of 110. So those 2 games are the 2 games that really stand out to me, that that we missed out on. And those 2 sessions, especially in first class cricket, it shows that you have one really bad session, and it can cost you the game. And that's what happened in the Tuskers and Eagles game. I suppose if you're winning, it's very easy to the changing room's a completely different place, and everyone gets on with everyone. There's no problems. There's nothing going on. But yeah, before Christmas I think the 6 games we lost 5, and the 1 game we won, we managed to defend 130 and bowl Eagles out for, with that total. So it could have easily been first 6 games, lost 6 games. So obviously guys were doing everything they could in the nets. They were working hard, training, but I just think when you get in one of those sort of rots, it snowballs again, and it's the Christmas break came at a good time because guys had to get away and had to forget about cricket and things, and but yeah, the changing room, it's being honest, now the season's over, it was a pretty hard place to be. There was a lot of guys that, you know, weren't doing as well as they were hoping, and weren't scoring the runs and taking the wickets they were hoping to. So yeah, but the guys stuck together, and the guys have tried working hard, and you know, we finished the season with back-to-back wins, and that's the main thing, that we learn, we move forward, and next season they can hopefully take what they've brought out of this season, and they can take it into next season. I think obviously before Christmas, winning the one game in the six, but then finishing runners-up in Logan Cup by 3 points is, you know, that's huge, because you know we've worked extremely hard second half of the season, and we've managed to get ourselves into a position to win the Logan Cup. So guys can definitely take that into next year, that you know, if the first couple of games don't quite go how they planned, that there's still a really good opportunity that they can still push and win with a good running at the end of the season. And I suppose you look at individual performances, and you've obviously got Carl Mumba has been outstanding when he's played for us in the Logan Cup. Tarry has managed to break into both Logan Cup and the Pro 50 in the last couple of weeks, which has been good for him. He's an exceptional fielder, a very good batsman, and can bowl decent medium pace. And then I suppose you look at Prince as well, and Prince, you know, at the beginning of the season wasn't with us, wasn't signed, and then after that second game, he got signed and made 70 on his debut, and then hasn't really looked back, especially the second half of the season. I think he's got 6 or 7 50s the second half of the season. So personally for him, it's obviously he's had a great season, but next year I know he'll be looking to push on and make hundreds instead of those 50s, and really get noticed, and hopefully can try and get into the Zimbabwe national side. I just, you know, the club cricket around here is quite competitive. I've played quite a few games now for Queens, and I've had first-hand seeing these guys play. So the cricket's competitive. And I'd say just try and, you know, do well in club cricket, score runs, take wickets, and it's the same, I suppose, anywhere you go. If you perform well at that level at club cricket, then the next level up then is obviously franchise cricket or county cricket or grade cricket. So that would be my main advice. Is obviously, you know, 40s and 50s in club cricket don't tend to get noticed that much. But if you turn those 40s and 50s, those starts into hundreds, you know, 90s, hundreds, 120s, you know, these things get noticed. And same with the bowling. If you're taking 4 or 5 wickets every other innings, the best advice I got as a junior cricketer was try and get your name in the paper every week. That's what I was told. If you get your name in the paper every week, then you know the people can't say you're not performing well. So yeah, just obviously try and do the basics right, and then when your opportunity comes, just try and take it as much as you can.